What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down your full 6-month plan to get to $10,000 a month with freelance brand scaling, lead gen, whatever you want to call it. But before we dive in, boys, I do want to preface with the fact that you don't walk into the gym and walk out with a six-pack. It's not going to happen. Whether you spent an hour in that gym, 2 hours in that gym, or 48 consecutive hours in that gym, you're not walking out with a six-pack. If you pick up the phone and you call one place, call 20 places, call a million places in one day, odds are you're not walking out with a client. You're not really walking out in any better position than you were originally, except slightly more conditioned. So that's the idea that we need to bring over to business because it's extremely applicable. It takes some time to see results. It's going to take some time before you even see any money. We're going to get results first, then we're going to get money, and then we're going to scale the agency. So without further ado, boys, I'm going to dive into this full 6-month plan. This was originally only supposed to be for my elite inner circle students. So if you are interested in learning one-on-one with me, first link in the description, learnbrandscaling.com. But without further ado, boys, let's dive right into month 1. So this is for anyone who kind of understands freelance brand scaling, can kind of wrap their head around running ads, can kind of wrap their head around cold calling. I'm not saying you got to be a professional at it, but this is, assuming you already got that part of everything down. Here is your blueprint for success. Month 1, we're going to be pounding 20 calls a day. I know it sounds like a lot. And it kind of is. It definitely adds up. That's 600 calls a month, boys. But the second I start breaking down these numbers, you're going to be like, hold on. It does kind of make sense. Your inputs directly correlate to your outputs. So if we're doing 20 calls a day, that's 600 calls a month. Let's assume on average you can get 5% of those people to answer, hear you out, and be like, all right, let's book another call. That is going to equate to 0 clients closed that month, boys, because, there's probably another 5% of the people that actually get on the phone with you the next time and go, all right, you know what? Let me work with you. Let me give you the access to my account. Let me give you the access to my ads manager. This month is really just focusing on your foundation, boys. That's all we're doing in this month. We're focusing on script practice, volume, and comfort on calls. We're going to practice cold calling. We're going to track every single one of our calls in a Google Sheet. Track those calls with answered, phone number, person of contact you talked to, the date that you called them, and if you booked another meeting or something. And we're also going to log objections that we hear the most. As you start hearing people say, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, write that down. 3 people say it, you sound like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So we start to work in that direction of, okay, I need to sound a little bit more confident in what I'm doing. But without writing these things down, without actually taking notes on what we're doing, it makes it really, really hard to be like, you know what? I get it. I get that I've done this wrong 7 different times. Otherwise, those 7 different times are going to feel like 3 different times. And then it's going to feel like 2 different times. It'd be like, well, it works sometimes and it doesn't work this many times. Fuck no, boys. Write everything down. We're systemizing everything. If you stick to this system, you will make $10,000 in 6 months. I got you, boys. So that is month 1. Month 2 is going to roll around, exact same shit. 600 more calls, 30 more meetings booked, and 1 to 2 clients closed. This month, we're going to focus on refining our pitch, tightening our offer, and handling objections. Super simple shit, boys. This is our refinement month. We're going to start handling our objections with pre-thought out responses, record and review for improvement, and then build a simple pitch deck / offer sheet. We're going to start to get everything rolling. You're going to start to understand, what these calls look like, what they're really going to ask, and then start to pitch that offer. And pretty soon your offer is going to kind of form itself. You're going to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to offer free creatives. I'm going to offer them a website and I'm going to do their ads for 10%, or I'm going to do their ads and everything for $1,500 a month. We start to build out this offer, but we're doing free trials throughout months 1 to 4. We're doing free trials, 1 month free trial for every single client. Put the ego to the side. The money comes later. We focus on the process. The results come with the process. So all of these first 4 months, free work, boys. Just that first month of working with them, free work. After that, you can start to charge your retainer, and then your retainer is going to make more sense. You're like, hey, I brought you guys $10,000 last month. I just would like $1,000 retainer. That's only 10% of what you brought through. That's industry standard. You're fucking chilling, boys. So yeah, refinement month. Month 3 rolls around. Exact same shit. 600 more calls, 30 more meetings booked, 1 to 2 clients closed off of those 30 meetings. All of this is operating on a 5% closing rate. So 5% of the calls that you take, you're going to book another call, and then 5% of those calls that you book, you're going to close. With this being our volume month, we're just going to maintain those 20 calls a day. That's all we need to do. Identify our top 3 objections and focus on building rebuttals, and we're going to improve our efficiency, boys. Less downtime between calls is crucial. If it takes you fucking 5 hours to make 20 phone calls, you've got a serious issue that needs to be handled. We need to get those 20 calls done in realistically like an hour. Then you've got another fucking 23 hours of the day. What if you doubled this work input that I'm telling you to do? I'm not giving you that much work to do. If you doubled this input, you can double the fucking outputs, boys. 20 grand in 6 months. You can fucking do it. Let's move on to month 4. During month 4, this is our last month that we're doing free work. 600 more calls, 30 more meetings booked, 1 to 2 clients closed off of those meetings. And this month we're focusing on building case studies. We're going to showcase all of our work with our previous clients that we've gotten up to month 4. Again, we're not really making money at this point. We're still doing free trials all throughout month 4. You're going to be making money from the client that you got on month 2, and then the client that you got on month 3 is going to pay us in month 5 because there's that 1 month difference. We're operating on a free trial, so that way we can build out the perfect fucking offer for each company and build some authority. This is our authority building month. We're going to gather screenshots of ad results and client praise. We're going to use wins as social proof and pitches. And this is when you can start posting some short form content to just increase that validity that much more. Understanding that short form content doesn't necessarily pull in clients, but it might make them trust you just that much more. And that's really, really crucial, boys. Let's move over to month 5. Month 5 is our first profitable month, boys. We're no longer doing free work. We are cooking in month 5. 600 more calls, 30 more meetings booked, 1 to 2 more clients closed, no more free work, and let's qualify the fuck out of these leads as they come through. Qualifying those leads looks like budget. If they don't have the budget to scale, you're not interested in scaling them. If they don't look like a scalable business, you're not interested in scaling them. We're increasing our value. We're increasing the authority that we have and managing our positioning. So we're going to stop doing our free work. We're going to introduce higher pricing tiers closer to that $2,000, whether that's $1,500, $1,700, $1,000, anything. But we're getting closer to that $2,000 price point. And we're going to pre-qualify our leads harder. Month 6 is your last month of this little like blueprint plan. 600 more calls, 30 more meetings booked, 1 to 2 more clients closed, and this is the month where we start to systemize. This is the month where you start to build out a website. This is the month where you go high level. This is the month where you start to build a system so that way it can just start churning on its own without you having to go and send a text message to somebody, send them their fucking invoice. Everything is systemized. You have it all ready so that way you can bring on employees at some point. You can start to train people on your call script, your closing script, your onboarding process. All of that is starting to be recorded in these months. And then between month 6 and month 12 is when you can start being like, all right, I got a lot of work on my plate. Let me bring on a team member. Let me hire somebody. Let me build a fucking business. So I know a lot of this was just a lot to take in right there of the full 6-month plan. So I added a couple other things such as this accountability system, because the most important thing with this is, dude, my cat's tail is just going in the camera. The most important thing with this is just holding yourself accountable every single day. No one's going to root you on the sidelines. No one's going to push you out of bed in the morning. No one's going to do any of that except for you. So daily track yourself. Try and be better than yourself yesterday. We're going to keep a simple Google sheet. Fuck a Notion doc. I mean, you can make a Notion doc if you want to, but just the simplest Google sheet that shows how many calls you did every single day. We're going to have a separate Google sheet that's our like recorded call sheet where we record the results of the calls, but a separate sheet for just you to look at of, okay, I did what I needed to do today. I'm proud of myself. Now I can fuck off and play Fortnite. But making sure that you accomplish what you need to accomplish in every single day is so crucial. So build yourself a nice little accountability system for literally just you. No one needs to see it except for you. Be fucking honest, boys. Mark that bitch red if you did not do the work you needed to do. Mark it green if you just did the work you needed to do. So this is a little call system tracking, just kind of template. I'm going to have something in the links below. Yeah, you can just go into the links below. You can download my Google Sheet templates. I put those down there for you guys. But what's really cool is these charts right here. So our first month, putting in those 20 calls a day, you might book one meeting off of those 20 calls. You're not going to close them though. I'll tell you that much. Operating on these 5%, which is honestly very conservative, but I'd rather be conservative than fucking let you guys shoot for the moon. You can smoke these numbers. Absolutely fucking smoke these numbers if you have half a brain. But 20 calls a day, one meeting booked a day, give or take. That first month's going to be a bit more of a shit show, so you might not book a meeting every day, but odds are half those people aren't even going to fucking show up, and the half that do, only fucking 5% of those motherfuckers are actually going to close with you, and you're not making any money off of them at first. It's just focusing on the process, not the results, boys. Let the results come with time, because they fucking come. Pause. Whoa. Pause. Nonetheless, weekly, if we're putting in 140 calls a week, that is 7 meetings booked, you're still not closing anything. That's just the name of the game. That whole first month, you're not closing anything, boys. You might. Props to you if you do. Fucking killing it. Odds are, you're probably not going to close anything. Don't beat yourself up if you've been at this for a while and you're like, fuck, dude, I still haven't gotten anything. It's a system. You gotta work for the system. You gotta condition yourself so that way you can make it, boys. But I'm nothing fucking special. None of the people that do this are anything fucking special. Like nothing. You can do this any age, any whatever. It's about the confidence, it's about the tone, and the comfortability. So, 600 calls a month, 30 of those meetings booked. You might close one of those motherfuckers, but odds are you're not going to. Here is when you start to see everything come to life, though, and really come to fruition. Month 1, 600 calls made. 5% of those is 30 meetings. 5% of 30 is 1.5. That's give or take 1 client a month. Odds are that first month you're probably not getting anything. So we can just mark that first month off entirely. But month 2 rolls around. You've done 1,200 calls, 60 meetings booked. Odds are you closed 1, 2, 3 of those clients. From that point, we're on free trials. So you're not making any money. That's totally okay. This is why we have the monthly pay breakdown. The monthly pay breakdown is when you're like, oh, okay. It does start to compound. So like I was saying prior, boys, month 1, we're not going to make absolutely anything. That's just how it is. So you can mark zeros for everything throughout month 1. Month 2 is when we get our first client. 600 calls in, realistically, we booked 1 of them. That client's not paying you anything. We're focusing on the process, not the results. Month 3 is when we start to make our first bit of cheddar, boys. That client you got for month 2 is going to pay us during month 3. That's when we start making some money. All of a sudden, you're making $1,000 a month. Month 4 rolls around. We have 2 new clients now, 2 free trials active, and 1 paying client added. So all of a sudden, we're making $2,000 a month. Month 5 rolls around. We're done with free trials, boys. We have enough results. We have enough case studies that we can vouch for ourselves. Month 5 rolls around. 2 new clients, 0 free trials active, 4 paying clients added, to make a grand total of 6 paid clients, $6,000 a month. Month 6 rolls around, 2 new clients, 0 free trials active, 2 new paid clients added. We have 8 paying clients at $8,000 a month on a $1,000 a month retainer. You can easily be charging $2,000 a month, $1,500 a month. You can easily smoke these fucking numbers. You can put up way more every single month. You could be making 20, 30, 40K in 6 months if you really fucking stick to the system, boys. It works to a fucking T. Here's some of my student examples as well. You guys can just look through those, but these fucking work, boys. This is the system to follow. I don't want anything from you. If you're interested in learning more one-on-one, first link in the description, but apply this. Comment on this video that you're locking it in. 6 months later, come back and comment again, boys. I want to see your success. I want to see your results. As long as you stick to this blueprint, I promise you will make good money. It's not that hard. You can do it at any age, in any location, any language. You got it, boys. I believe in you. There's your 6-month plan. Feel free to download it in the description as well, along with the sheet templates and everything else. I fucking love you, boys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you next time, fucker. Deuces.